Okay.
Have you ever wondered what happens to metal as time goes by, as it sits here wet and moist? Well, people who play brass instruments know just exactly what can happen, and that's why we have a process that will keep this from happening to our instruments. I'm going to show you this process on a trumpet. I'm going to show you how to keep it clean and working effectively. So, brass instruments are made out of metal, so the same thing can happen to them that can also happen to other kinds of metals. So first I'm going to start off by showing you what equipment you'll need and how to take the trumpet apart in a safe way. Then I'll show you the actual cleaning of the inside. Then I'll show you how to put it back together in a safe way. So before I get started on that, I'm going to have to show you this. I have a paper, well, it's more like a recipe, that gives you detailed instructions on how to clean out a trumpet in this case. Now I've already committed this recipe to memory, so I'm not going to be looking off of it very much, if at all. Alright, so first I'm going to show you what equipment you will need. The first thing you'll need is called a snake. This is what we call a snake. A snake is to get clean out deep inside of the trumpet where you couldn't get with any other of the tools. The next thing you'll need is called a mouthpiece brush. The mouthpiece brush cleans out the inside of the mouthpiece. Then you'll need a valve brush. The valve brush cleans out the inside casing of the valves. And then you'll need valve oil. The valve oil lubricates the valves and lets them move freely. So now I'm going to show you how to clean out the trumpet. The first step to clean out the trumpet is to disassemble it. Now I said disassemble it in a safe way. It isn't exactly pose a hazard to me, but we pose a hazard to the trumpet. If you don't take it apart in the correct way, you could damage the trumpet. So we'll start off by taking the mouthpiece off. And then the next thing we take off are called the valves. These are the valves. So you have to unscrew them and pull them out. You can do that with the other two valves. After the valves are out, we can take off the slides. Now take out the valves first because that's what can be damaged. The slides they're not really going to be damaged if you take it apart in the wrong way. But the valves are the most important part. So just go ahead and take the valves off. And then the valve caps. These don't really do anything, or they don't pose a hazard to the trumpet. Take them off first or last, doesn't really matter. Now the trumpet's completely disassembled. In order to clean it out, we're going to let it sit like you would a dirty dish for just a few minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the water. And in this one, I'm only putting the valve caps, the slides, and the trumpet body itself. Now in this particular basin of water, we just have lukewarm water with nothing inside of it. It's just regular water. Now we're going to go ahead and put the valves in a separate container. Only the bottom half of the valves can be submerged in water. So that is why I'm going to put them in this container right here. Now we're just going to let those sit for a little while. So while we do that, I'm going to come over here and clean out the mouthpiece. Now for the mouthpiece, with this third basin of water, it doesn't matter really how hot the water is, or you can also put soap in it. It doesn't harm the mouthpiece like it would the other parts of the instrument. So to clean out the mouthpiece, I'm going to stick it in the water and use the mouthpiece brush to clean out the inside. Get all the gunk and junk out of the inside of the mouthpiece. Just going to clean it out like I would any other dish that you wash in the sink. So I'm going to go ahead and set this out to dry, and the mouthpiece is now all clean. So now that the trumpet's been sitting for a while, it's good that we can take it out. I'm going to go ahead and take it out from the water and dry it off. You take out the trumpet body first, make sure it's good and dry. Then we take out the slides next. Just get all the water out of the slides and dry them off individually. And after the slides are all out and dried, I'm just going to take out the valve caps and set them over here. Now I'm going to go ahead and take out the valves. The valves are not going to dry out. We're going to let them dry on their own. So we're just going to set them over here. We'll set them next to the mouthpiece. Let them dry. Okay. You guys remember the snake? I told you use to get inside the trumpet and clean it out. Well, that's what I'm going to use right now. I'm going to put it over the water and just push the snake through the inside of the trumpet. Clean out the junk that's in there. You do that with the main slide, and then also these smaller slides. Just so I can be sure that the trumpet is nice and clean. And after that, we're done with the snake. I'm going to go ahead and let it soak in here so it can clean itself. Next we're going to use is the valve brush. I'm going to use the valve brush to clean out the inside casing, like I said, of the valves. Just like that. That gets all the junk out of the valve casings, so all the valves can move freely. Alright, now everything has been cleaned, and now we're ready to put the trumpet back together. We're going to put it back together in the reverse order that we took it apart. So we took the valves out first, so we're going to put the valves in last here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the slides in right now. Just like this, right back where you got them out, where you took them out. Now to get the little slides in, I'm going to put the valve caps back on. Now to get the valve caps back on, we're going to put the valve back in, the valves themselves. So before we put the valves in, I'm going to have to oil them. Like any other machinery or any other metal rubbing against any other kind of metal, you're going to want to have oil there to lubricate it so it'll move freely. That's what we're going to do with the valves. So I'm finishing up getting the valve caps back on. I'm going to go ahead and oil the valves. Using the valve oil, I'm just going to lather this oil over the valves. Now before I put it back in, I have to make sure this valve is going in the right valve slot, okay? If I don't put it back in the correct way, the trumpet won't work properly. So I'm going to go on the valve, it gives you a number, okay? This one just happens to be number 1. So number 1 means first valve. This valve is going to go in the first valve slot. The valve slots go in order from the mouthpiece in 1, 2, 3. So 1 being the first valve slot. That's where the first valve is going to go. So I'm just going to put the valve back in. I'm going to twist it until you hear a little click. Right there. Now make sure it's locked. That tells you that it's locked in place and it won't move around while you're playing. So I'm going to go and screw the valve back on. I'm going to do the same thing with the other 2 valves. This one is number 2, so it's going to go in the middle. I'm going to lock it in place. Screw it in. And then I'm doing the same thing with the last one. Make sure it's evenly coated with oil. Put it back in. Lock it in place. And screw it back in there. Now it's all that together. It's working properly. Last thing I gotta do is put the mouthpiece in. And I've showed you how to effectively and safely clean out a trumpet. You've learned what equipment you will need, how to take it apart in a safe manner, the actual cleaning of the inside, and how to put it back together safely. And perhaps you can use this lesson to pertain to other metals that you encounter in the future. Thank you.
Yay!
Okay.